Hello, how is everybody doing tonight? Thelma, how are you doing? Good to see you. Um, and Pro White Leadership, how are you doing? Good to see you. Uh, Free at last, good to see you. Guys, um, felt I had the need to do this live. As you know, some things have been happening. Okay. Um, Me and my wife suffered a loss. Um, we lost a mom, and it's my wife Sandy's mother. I consider her mom also. Legally, she's my mother-in-law. Spiritually, she's my mom. I That's how I look at it. Um, we've it's been tough the past few days, and we've a lot we got to do. A lot of family coming in for the funeral and stuff. And the lady was awesome. She was a woman of God. Um, she lived to be 86 years old. And the blessing about it is she lived a good life. She was never in a wheelchair or bedridden. She walked her last day on earth on her feet. And, you know, we, that we always want that, right? Um, it's a blessing. Okay. Um, what had happened is she got cancer. Okay. And by the time we found out, it spread through her lung, liver, kidneys, and it was just too late. Doctors couldn't do nothing. Um, it is tough. We knew she was up in age, and this day was coming. Okay, it is a shock because she was in good health till the end. So it's tough. Um, but my wife Sandy's doing okay. She's in good spirits. Um, we both broke down. I mean, I couldn't do this YouTube for a while. I had to step away because, you know, and but I'm back, and I got encouragement from my wife. She said, "No, go do your show." Um, and tell everybody thank you for the prayers and stuff. And that's what my wife Sandy told me to tell you. And I thank you also. Um, it just it's tough, and I have such a good wife because I have such a great mother-in-law, and it just passes down. Um, and I've been blessed because of that. The family's been blessed. Um, you know, but everything's okay. That's part of life. None of us make it here, out of here alive. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's sad. It's heartbreaking. She is born again. She's in paradise right now, and you know, and I think the hardest part is trying to grieve and trying to get everything in order. And I've taken some time off work to help my wife, of course, um, so we could get it done together. You know, we're tired. We've been busy. My wife's so amazing that she's grieving and she's comforting other people because if you ever knew my mother-in-law, I mean, people are devastated. Let's put it that way. People that know her are it's painful. But even knowing she's in a better place, we're all going to be heartbroken. And she wanted all the family to be happy. Um, and when we do the funeral service and stuff, she wanted us to sing upbeat songs, be happy, not be, happy that she's in a better place and not sad that she's no longer with us. But when you lose a blessing, you can't help but to be broken. And it is what it is. It just hurts. And and the whole family's just, but, you know, she lived her best life till the end. Like I said, she'd never been in a wheelchair. She was given a walker a few years ago and she chucked it over the wall because she refused to have any help walking. She refused to have me and my wife take care of her. She refused. She didn't want to be a burden. She wanted to do it herself. She did it her way. And, she's one of those people that through life made things happen. Never waited for somebody to help her out. Never waited for somebody to do something for her. Never felt sorry for herself. And never blamed nobody. She was just successful. And, and through life and stuff. And the last time I talked to her, she was in good spirits. And amazing, she used to she'd watch the show too. And she told me, I watch your TV show every now and then. And she didn't understand what, people commenting how YouTube works. She just thought I had my TV show. And she used to watch the prayer meeting and stuff. That was her favorite thing to watch. And you know, and she said, keep doing your TV show. I like it. That was encouraging. And it's just sad though. But that's why I've been out. We were hoping she'd have a full recovery and be back home, but when you get cancer and it spreads through your body, there's nothing you can do. And but we're not promised tomorrow. And but 86 years, that's a long time. And I'm gonna miss the times, the story she had. I'm gonna miss that. Um, so many people can't stand their mother-in-laws, but I love mine. I you know, um yeah. But the the blessing that came out of it is she lived a good life. She did it her way. Her funeral she planned herself, paid for it herself. And that's amazing. She didn't want to be a burden. She made it to where me and my wife paid nothing. Everything was taken care of. And that's how she was. Just selfless. Didn't Yeah, I can't. Most people don't care about that stuff. When they're gone, it's somebody else's problem, not her. She made sure me and my wife and the family didn't have to come out of pocket for this. And but yeah. But anyway, I don't want to harp on that. Um, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. This is, you lose someone you love, you lose someone that's a blessing, like my mother-in-law was. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some grieving to get through. And but we're doing it. We're getting through it. The blessing about it is she had it her way and the family's together. Um, my daughters are here. My grandkids. My son's coming home from Korea. He's going to get to be with us. Um, and but yeah, my wife told me, she says, you know what? Why don't you go? And there's the thing about my wife. She says, and we were breaking down a little bit. And she was like, you know what? And she's at my mother-in-law's house and stuff. She said, why don't you go home? Why don't you do your show and tell everybody thank you? Um, because you guys are a part of our family. And everybody that's prayed for me, that means so much. My wife says thank you. Um, and but anyway, I just want to tell you guys thank you. And from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot. And my wife, she's strong. She's got it together, but it still hurts. And, right now the whole family's here and everybody's here to help comfort my wife. And truth be told, I need that comfort too. It hurts, like I said, that's my mother in law, blah, but when it comes to God, that's my mother. Okay. Not biologically, but spiritually. And it's a great loss. And, but we go on in life, you know. Um, as new children come, the elders pass on. And now me and Sandy are the grandparents of the family, and we want to do it like she did. Like, we don't want to be a burden. We want people to be taken care of when we, you know, when it's our time. And that's just an example of life. That is true love there. That's uh, yeah. But I just wanted to talk to you guys, and I tell you, I'm motivated to do YouTube, and and my wife is too. We had some ideas. She was going to come on, and um, but that's going to take a little time. But um, we've been talking about it, and she's like, yeah, tell everybody thank you, because when you give me the comments, my wife sees it on her phone. We're kind of interlinked. So I mean, she sees that and she appreciates that, and she wants me to tell you guys thank you, and all the loving emails I got. Thank you so much. It's been a blessing. It's been uplifting, and and as my mother-in-law passed on, she didn't suffer. Okay, there was no suffering, so she went out easy, and well, I can't say easy, but there wasn't no suffering. Okay. Um, she knew she was going more so than me and my wife, and but she was in a blessing, and right now we're grieving. Right now we're getting things together. The family's coming in. My family, my wife's family. My wife has her family coming in from Texas and Mississippi, and and my family's coming in. So we got a lot of people and a lot of friends my mother-in-law had. The church is just, uh, hey, it's going to be a big um, funeral because she was well loved. And, like I said, but anyway, she was a blessing in life, and a blessing to the family. And all we can do is follow that example and keep moving forward. As we go through life, our life is like a vapor. Before you know it, it's gone. So make the best of it. Make it count. You know, make that moment in time, something special, something precious, something you can pass down to your children, grandchildren, and so on. Because she passed down a blessing to us, and we got to continue that blessing. Uh, but yeah. Uh, anyway, okay. Now, I just wanted to say that, and I want to focus on the topic tonight. Okay. I don't have no videos to show tonight. This was, done at the last minute. I'm really late. All the stuff we had to do today took longer than expected. Um, but I do want to talk about something. And, I had so much stuff I wanted to talk about before this happened, but, and I'm going to go into it. And I'm probably going to do a part 2 to this, where I could show some videos and stuff. Um, and hit the points and stuff. And I always talk about the power couple, right? When it comes to marriage, black women, white men, we're doing amazing things. And people ask me, they says, okay, you say that black women and white men are the power couple. And they say, well, does that mean nobody can be a power couple? Does that mean that they're the only ones that can be successful? And I say no. I look at a power couple as someone that goes in with love, someone that's strategic, somebody, two people that come together and do it the right way, and go into it with marriage, with love, with family, um, and that are successful at it. That's the power couple. That's a couple doing what they want to do, living the life they want to live. Okay. The reason I say black women, white men are the power couple, because statistically, black women, white men are. They're having success where many people thought it would never happen. Okay. It's a shock to a lot of people. Um, but they're doing it. And the reason is because they're stronger than most people. Not all, but most people they are, because they're beat down about it. They're the most attacked. They're the ones that are the most hated when it comes to interracial relationships. Black women really get attacked when they date out and open up their options. Okay. And why somebody would do that is beyond me. We should all just want people to be loved, right? If you find love in someone that don't look like you, that's a blessing. Um, love is love, and you know what? You find true love, you found a blessing, you found something valuable, you found something that can't be bought. It's got to come from God. And black women, white men are doing amazing things. They're coming together with love and marriage, and they're defying the odds. They're going against the grain. They are the power couple. And, not all of them, but quite a few. The statistics are bearing it out. And some people will try to, go against that, say, well, it's only 4%, or it's less than 1%, or not every, they're the least group to date out and marry out. And yes, that is true. But I would ask these people, I says, I would ask them, when you do something that is wonderful, something that is great, you become the power couple. Not everybody can be the power couple. You have to put in work. And when I look at stats, I look at, you know, our armed forces today, people serving our country, defending our nation. On active duty, that is less than 1% that do that. People serving in the military is less than 1%. Let that sink in. Everybody knows somebody that's serving, right? On active duty, whether they're in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, they're serving. That's less than 1% of our population. Just like the power couple, black women, white men, are less than 1%. Okay. But they're successful. It's something that is a blessing, something that not all people can do. Not everybody can be the power couple when it comes to interracial relationships. You know why? Because you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to stand up for what you believe. And there's times you might have to go into the danger zone. Okay? Because people do not like it. There's people that want to stop it. Okay? Not everybody has the courage to do that. Not everybody has the courage to go and date outside their race, even if they want to. Some people just can't do it. They don't have the courage, they don't have the strength. Just like not everybody can serve. They don't have the courage or the strength. Not that they don't want to, but they just can't. And I'm telling you, when it comes to black women, white men, I say this all the time. Black women, white men are meant to be with each other. Okay? And that's why their marriages are successful. And people are going to get mad at me and say, What do you mean they're meant to be together? Look at the stats. Look at what they're doing. They're putting in the work. They're making it happen. Is it the majority? No. Is it a whole bunch? Are they doing it in droves? No. But here's the thing, you want quality over quantity. There are other racial groups that are doing it a lot more. Our counterparts do it probably 2 to 3 times what we do, but their success rate is a lot lower. You know, we do it less, but we do it right. Okay, we're strategic. We're doing it with a purpose. We're looking beyond the today, the here and now. We're looking at family. We're looking at being strategic, building a family, building wealth, building a legacy. Okay? And that's not easy to do. There would be a lot more interracial relationships if there wasn't so much hate towards black women, white men that do it. And I'm telling you, you can't tell me that's not the most attacked group. But the ones that go in and do it, they're the most successful. You know? And they're the power couple. They're successful. And the thing of it is they try to discourage you by saying, hey, it's not that many doing it. Yes, that is true. But not that many are doing the right thing. You got to think about it. Are you looking for the best option or the look-alike marriage? Are you looking for someone that's the best option, that loves you, that's going to be the best for you? Are you looking for someone that looks like you? Most times we're looking for people that look like us. Why? Because it's easy. Why? Because it's expected. Why? Because society wants to keep us in a box. Society wants to keep us divided. Society don't want us coming together. And that's true. When people come together in unity, the government has less power. And I'm not trying to go into I'm not trying to go into some craziness, but it is true. When we're united together, we're more powerful as people, as a nation, and we're happier. There's more love. There's more. But unfortunately, people don't want to live like that, and most people will not step out of their comfort zone. There's a lot of white men that would love to date black women, but are too afraid. They don't have that alpha in them to jump out of the comfort zone into the danger zone and live their life the way they want to. They don't have it. A lot of them don't. Ladies, a lot of white men would love to be with you, would love to date you, but they just don't have it. And it's sad to say, you know. And there's black women like that too. Would open up their options, but they're too afraid. They're worried about what people think, what society will think, what their family will think. Well, the power couple, they don't care. They're going to live their life the way they want to. They're going to have what they want, and they will not be denied. They're like the special forces of marriage. They're like the special ops. They're the best of the best. They're the strategic. They move together as one. They walk with, they come together and they make it happen. They come with love and respect, and they live their life the way they want to live, not by the community, not by the collective, not by the media, not by society. They're doing their life the way they want to, and they're not afraid to step out of the comfort zone and cut against the grain, because they are going to have what they want. They're not going to be denied. They're going to be successful because they're the ones that are making things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. They're not going to play it safe. They're going to get what they want to get. And that's the power couple. Not everybody can be that. Not everybody's strong enough. Not everybody's got the heart to do it. They don't. And that's why it's 1% or whatever it is. But think about this: 1% is millions of people, and it's increasing all the time. They walk with intention. Yes. I I've always loved black women, and you know what? I chose my path and I wasn't going to be denied. I don't care what people think. I don't care how many black women like me or don't like me or whatever that crap means. I want a woman that I think's the best option, and I'm not going to be denied. And that's the mindset of the power couple. And I know black women that feel the same way. They're doing what they want to do. They don't care what the community thinks. They don't care what their family thinks. They're doing them. They're living their life the way they want to. They're making things happen. They're not waiting for things to happen. And go ahead and bring up that stuff. Well, it's not that many doing it. Well, not that many people are doing the right thing. Not that many people are living their lives, coming together in marriage and taking care of their families. A lot of men are abandoning women that they sleep with because they don't want the responsibility. You got to put in the work. But you know what? When you do, you'll live a better life. You'll be happy. And an amazing thing is when you do it the right way, when you take care of your wife and kids, and you step out of that comfort zone into the danger zone, you'll be rewarded more than you know. More rewarded with love, rewarded with family, even economically. I'm doing a lot better than most of these guys out here that are afraid to get with women that they'll take, their resources. I do much better. And I know why, because I put my wife and my children first. And you know what? I did it my way. I could say, just like my mother in law, she did it her way. I'm doing it my way. You guys do it your way. What do you want in life? Do you want a man that loves you, that's going to provide for you, or you want one that looks like you? And I'm not saying you can't find one that looks like you that will provide, because there are good and bad in every community. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people would love to date out, open up their options, but they're too afraid. They don't have the courage. They don't have the strength. They can't take somebody, calling them names, making fun of them, shaming them. But you know what? The power couple don't care. The power couple embraces it. The power couple, embraces the fight. They don't run from it. And I've said this too, going through life. Have me and my wife, have people showed us hate? Or did they just, oh, it's cute, you're an interracial couple, interracial marriage. You love each other. Thumbs up. There are people that tell us that think it's a wonderful thing that we can love each other and not be from the same racial group. A lot of people see that as blessings. They do. But a lot of people hate it. And they want to destroy it. They don't want to see people being happy. But you know what? When you come out and you have the courage to step out, and you both do, you got the power couple. You're going to live your life the way you want to. And in fact, when people aren't attacking you sometimes, and I know this sounds strange, I know this sounds weird, sometimes when I don't have people attacking me, I kind of feel down. I kind of, whoa, where's the fight? Because I've gotten used to standing up for my wife, and and I embrace that, because that's, I'm able to do that for the person I love more than anything in the world, my wife. But if I was afraid, I wouldn't have a great wife. If I was afraid, I wouldn't have my family. If I cared what people think, if I lived by society rules, if I wanted to please everybody in my community, I wouldn't have a wonderful wife today. Who knows where I'd be? I wouldn't be the man I am today. And I'm not saying I'm anything great, but I'm better than I would have been. My wife has brought the best out of me, and because she is the best option. And I've seen amazing things that black women do, and I say it. And people think I'm weird, and some people think I'm crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Well, why not? Why wouldn't you tell the truth? Why wouldn't you say who you love? Why wouldn't I do that? It's not crazy. It's standing up for what you believe in. It's living your life. It's telling the truth. It's telling people what's in your heart. And you're backing it up by the life you're living. How many years in marriage? Your family. And I tell you, I wanted to talk about this so much because the power couple is something it's not the majority, no. Everybody ain't doing it in droves, but you know what? The people that are stepping out and having the courage, they're being successful. Their lives are showing it. You know what? And it's ordained by God. God wants this to happen. He does. And God doesn't want us to be segregated. He don't. He don't want us to be like that no more. That's not something God intended us to do. God intended us to come together with love and in marriage and have families and be fruitful and multiply and love one another and build the best society we can. That's what God wanted. He don't God don't care what colors we come in. He don't. But he will bless people that come together from different racial groups, different ethnicities, and love each other and love the Lord. The Lord loves that. He will bless that. And when it comes to black women, white men, he has, and it's shown. But is it everybody? No. When the Lord comes again, will it be the majority that are lifted up to be with the Lord? Will it be the majority that are born again? Or will it be a minority of people? Think about it. It's not easy doing the right thing. It's not easy living your life the way you want to. You got to fight for that. You got to get out of the comfort zone. You might be in the danger zone. Me living my life the way I do might one day cost me my life. And if that's the way it is, so be it. I got a soldier mentality. I live by the sword. I die by the sword. It is what it is. But that vapor, my life, I'm going to live it the way I want to. And that's how me and my wife think. We chose our path and we didn't let nobody stop us. And because of my mother-in-law having great character and, making things happen instead of waiting for things to happen, teaching her son and daughter to live the right way, we're blessed for it. And my father putting, kicking me in the butt when I went astray and putting me in that chokehold every now and then to get my life right, I'm blessed for it. That's what a power couple is. Living your life the way you want to. And doing it the right way. Come together. Open up your options, but do it for the right reasons. If you're going swirl to investment. Don't do it because it's trendy. Don't do it because you think it's cute. Do it because that's what you want. And do it the right way. Do it God's way. Be strategic. You want the best option. Right now, when it comes to marriage, it's black women, white men. It is what it is. People can hate it, but we're seeing it before our eyes. Now, will that always be the best option? I don't know. People change through history. Will we still have the same morality years down the road? Will we still come together strategic to build families, to love one another? You know, but God wants us to do that. It's step out of that comfort zone. And let me tell you something. You might, and people tell me, they say, hey, we like your show, we like what you're doing. And black people and white people tell me this, we like it, hey, but be careful. There's crazy people out there. Be careful. Be careful what you say. Be careful. You know, people don't like what you're saying. Be careful. I don't know how many times people tell me to be careful. But if I live my life being careful, I will be imprisoned and not be able to live the way I want to live. What was there some danger for me to pursue black women and want to date them? Oh yeah. Was it painful at times? Yes. Did people attack me at times? Yes. But it's well worth it. It's to get where I'm at with my wife. It's well worth it. It's a welcome sacrifice. I would do it a million times over. It's not the easiest way. It would be easy to stay in my community and marry some woman that looks like me. Nobody would give me no problems, no nothing. But would I get the best option? No. So I'm not going to live safe. Living safe is, you can't live free when you live totally safe. You can't. And I'm not saying do crazy things, but I'm going to live my life the way I want to. I'm going to go on YouTube and say what I want to say, what I believe to be true. Because too many people are afraid to go there. Too many people are afraid to step out of that comfort zone. Too many people are afraid. They don't want to. It could be dangerous. I say that. Oh, what will they think? I don't care if somebody gets their feelings hurt because I say black women, white men are the best option. If it hurts your feelings, then you got to look inside yourself and fix yourself and not worry about what other people doing. You could look and see who's the most successful and learn from it. How can you learn from that? How can you be successful? I mean, seriously. The confident man out there don't care what I'm saying about my channel unless he's just curious to see what I say. But the weak beta male out there is like out there attacking. He knows he don't have nothing to offer. The jealous ones know they don't have a shot. They can't compete. And it's not that they can't compete, they're too afraid. They're too scared. They're too afraid to live up to their responsibilities. So they knock people that are successful. And yeah, and sometimes they go in on black women because black women are successful. Some men think it's a threat to see successful women. And instead of giving them praise and, acknowledging their accomplishments. Us as men should acknowledge women's accomplishments, right? Why should you be afraid? Us as men, it's natural. We want to be the providers and we're going to strive to be the breadwinners, and we should. Okay. But a woman that's educated and doing, being successful, embrace that. Give her credit for it. Black women should be given more credit than they are. They're doing much more things than they're given credit for. And why is that? Why would people attack black women for their accomplishment? And this ain't just white racist guys running around doing it. It's people in the black community attacking black women. Why? Shouldn't we lift them up? And I've said that black women are the least protected. They are. Why? Is it black community's problem they need to fix? I would say yes. And I'd say also it's all our responsibility. Black women's black women being protected is not just a black man's responsibility. It's a white man's responsibility also. Our Asian man or Hispanic man, it's all our responsibility. Us as men are supposed to protect women, period. Whether they look like us or not, whether they're from a different neighborhood or not, we're supposed to protect women. That's what men do. That's what real men do. And this thing of men coming out saying, "Well, if you date out, we're not going to protect you anymore." Well, what kind of man is that? Why? Because she don't want to date you? Seriously? There's a lot of women don't want to date me, but I'll protect them. What? I mean, come on now, it's silly. But hey, but not everybody can be the power couple. You can't. It takes character, it takes strength, it takes determination, and it takes standing up for yourself and the person you're with. That's what the power couple takes. But and most people don't have that. But the people that have it the most is black women, white men. Think about it. That's why I say they're the power couple. Now, can you find successful marriages of two white people, two black people, two Asians, two Hispanics? Sure, yes. But what's amazing is when you get black women, white men together, and they're making it happen, and society don't want to see that. Society attacks that, and people say it's less than 1% getting together. I think it's higher than that. I think they're holding back the real data, the real stats. They're holding back the success because it's not popular. It's not popular to see black women, white men doing good things. Yeah, we see it on YouTube, and you see the interracial couples, and they look like they're happy. It looks cute. It looks awesome. They got their kids, their family, and they're living their life. I like seeing that. I think it's a beautiful thing. But when it comes to that, we need to see that, but we need to see the truth too. We need to see, understand the situation because society don't think that's cute. Society don't like it. They want to see those type of families destroyed. They don't want to see them be happy. And we got to go there. We got to talk about it. And we got to stand up for it. And in a perfect world, nobody would care who's dating or marrying who. They would care less what color they are or what community they come from. Nobody would care in a perfect world. They would just want to know, hey, are they happy? Are they got a good marriage? That's what we'd focus on, not who is marrying each other. And like I said, black women, white men are the least likely to date out. They are. And is it race loyal? I always said black women are the most race loyal. They have been for years. But is it all race loyalty? Is it all because are they race loyal because they're afraid to step out? Are white men out there that want to date black women not doing it because they think it's not the right thing to do or they're too afraid? Are they afraid to see what kind of backlash they're going to get? Are they afraid that some guy's going to call him a simp because he's with a black woman and uplifting her? Are they afraid that his family won't like it? Is he afraid that, what is it? But statistically, by the studies, if I'm a young white guy, I'm better off marrying a black woman than a white woman. Statistically, I have a better chance of having a successful marriage going with a black woman. And I've seen it. When I married my wife, people said it wouldn't last, it wouldn't be successful. I knew it was. I said, no, this is going to last forever. Black women are the best choice. And people would laugh at me. Oh, yeah, right, whatever. They're not laughing too much today. My friends aren't back in high school. We're up in age. We're in our 50s. Wow, you're still married? Yeah. They're shocked. I'm not. In my family, the most successful marriage is me and Sandy. Hands down. And you know what? It's because I made the best choice. I went with the best option. The best option was the black woman. And guess what? Nobody could tell me different. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And when we look at stats, the beautiful thing is we're living it, we're doing it, we are the power couple, we are the most successful, and nobody can deny it. All they can do is sit in their corner and get mad and whine about it. And I love telling people, you know what? Black women, white men are meant for each other. Oh, you ought to see some people get angry at that one. How can you say that? Well, our marriages are more successful. Well, so other marriages can't be successful? No, they can be. But statistically, we're the best. Statistically, we're the power couple. Why? We move together as one. Why? Because we move in excellence. Why? Because we are the standard. Why? We are the best of the best. And you know what? We're doing it strategically. You know what? And we're being successful. And you know what? A lot of times our kids are more successful. Think about it. Look at the studies. Black women, white men have successful kids more so than the other way around. And I'm not saying that because I want to see the other group doing any less, but it is what it is. Why are we more successful than other people? Because we're strategic. We're doing it for the right reasons. And you know what? We're getting attacked more, but it's making us stronger. You know, we're not just like the soldier in the battlefield, the average. We're like the special ops. We're like the Spartans, the best of the best. We're going against the odds and we're winning. We're going against the grain and we're making it happen. We're doing it. And you know what? You know how we're fighting back? Not by shouting back at them and saying, saying insulting things, but we're doing it by how we're living. We're doing it by the success that we have. But anyway, I wanted to go into that and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to talk about this again because I got some videos, some TikToks I want to show you. And I've been watching TikTok. I got an account. I haven't made a TikTok yet. I don't even know if I will, but I do go over there and watch it. Um, and I got some interesting videos when it comes to interracial relationships, when it comes to black women, white men. And, I wanted to show you that, but we've been running around crazy trying to get this, funeral, taken care of. And, but yeah, I mean, my passion is in this because I'm seeing stuff that I'm seeing blessings. And it's not just that I was blessed and met a black woman that's wonderful and, living a good life. No, it's not just me, it's many others. Black women are doing amazing things, and it's starting to surface. You're starting to see black women's image out there, the true image, the successful black woman, the traditional black woman. And when I started, and my parents knew that I was going to marry a black woman back when I was young. They just knew. It is what it is. And your parents know their children better than the children know themselves. And I remember back when I went to spend some time with my mom, and I was like uh, 20 years old, right? And my mom's only 17 years older than me. It's like, we're like best friends when we get together more than, you know, mother and son. Okay. It just is what it is. But I remember I was visiting her. She was living in Phoenix at the time. And she had some friends she was working with. And one of her friends says, "Oh, your son's 20. My daughter's 20." And my mom looked at her, says, "Well, unless she's a black woman, my son's not interested." And then she turned around and looked at me and gave me a wink. And it was just, and her friend seemed like she was like insulted. Really, really? My mom says, "Oh yeah, that's what my son likes. That's my son." And she showed me some love there, like, "Hey, that's what he likes," and I got his back, And but and one thing about my parents is they never told me I was wrong for the love I've had for black women. They never told me that I shouldn't do it. They never told me that, "Hey, stick with your own." No, they says, "You know what? If that's who you love, I just hope you find a good wife that takes care of you." And my father says, "You like black women? That's great." He says, "Find one that loves the Lord. Find a woman of faith." And you know what? That's what I did. And I've been successful. And it was funny though. I'll never forget that. And she told her friends, "Well, unless she's a black woman, my son is not interested." And she just winked at me, and she said, and she's like, "Really? Wait, he likes black women?" And my mom was like, "Yeah," and I support him on that. And hey, it was, she told the truth, and it made me feel good. It's like she was showing me love, like, "Hey, son, I got your back. Live your life." And my father did the same thing. He said, "You know what, son? Choose a woman that fears the Lord. Choose a woman of faith." And he says, "You know what? There are black women out there, a number of them that are good women of faith. Choose one of those." And maybe that's why I could speak about black women the way I do. Maybe that's why I could praise black women and not be afraid to do it. And people find that odd. People find that like, wow. But I'm just telling the truth. I'm just speaking what's in my heart. And you know what? I am not going to go away from what I love. I'm not going to live my life the way somebody else thinks I should. I'm not going to try to love another woman that I don't have love for. It just because she looks like me. And I'm not going in on women that look like me. I'm not. It just that's where my heart is. That's where I've been blessed. That's my path that's been chose for me. And it's of God. It's supposed to happen. There's a purpose. And the power couple's supposed to happen. It's ordained by God. It's supposed to. And yeah, it's not going to be in droves, but it is going to grow and it's going to get stronger. And instead of fighting it, we should embrace it. God don't make blessings easy. He doesn't. He don't tell us, "Hey, just do this and it's going to roll out the red carpet and everything's perfect." No, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a fight. You're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to get out of that comfort zone. If you want to be the power couple, and if you love black women, you're going to have to just tell people, and you're going to have to stand up for her. You're just going to have to do it. And if you find one that stands up for you, oh, you've been blessed by God, and embrace it. And that's where the power couple is. If we did things because the majority did it, we wouldn't be successful. I wouldn't. If I did everything because people thought I should, because everybody else is doing it, I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere. Serious. Because back in the high school time, drugs was running rampant. In the 80s, oh my goodness. It was so available, it's not even funny. There's people I know that no longer walk the earth I went to high school with that chose that path. Why? Because everybody's doing it. It's the thing to do. One thing I did is I never got into drugs. And maybe because my father always told me, you want to die young, do drugs. You want to have a heart attack at 40, do drugs. You want to be a vegetable, do drugs. And he would just hammer me. Okay, Dad, okay. Why do you keep telling me this? Okay, okay. And it was, but you know what? When it was put forth in front of me, I was able to say, no, I don't want that. Maybe my dad should have told me that about alcohol too. Maybe I could have stayed away from that back in the day. But, it's not easy doing the right thing. It's not easy choosing your path. It's not easy being that free thinking individual. You'll get attacked for it. People want you to live how they think you should live. And you know what? You'll never be happy. You'll always be wondering what if. I got men that send me, I got a couple men send me emails, said, you know what? I always wanted to date a black woman. You know what? I always thought they were beautiful, but I never did. I had one man tell me, he says, I'm married to a white woman, have been for several years, but I've always loved black women. And I never had the courage to just go for it. I never had what it takes. And he says, I regret it. Because there was black women that he said he was attracted to, that he was friends with, that he thought it could have worked, but didn't have the courage to do so because his family didn't think it was a good idea, his friends. Well, sorry to say, I appreciate you saying that, but but he's not part of the power couple. And I'm sure he's a good man. He's speaking truth now. He's looking back. And that's beautiful, but you can't do that and be a power couple. You can't look back and say, well, I'd like to date her, but I'm not going to talk to her. Well, you just lost. You can't live your life unless you got courage. You can't be happy unless you're doing what you want to do. And I'm telling you, God is blessing black women and white men. And I'm seeing it. I've been blessed. And I know a lot of you guys that watch this channel are in interracial relationships. Embrace it. Stand up for each other. Embrace each other. Don't worry about what society thinks. It's your life. I'll just keep writing books about interracial couples. You know what? I thought about writing a little book, just something. I wanted to make it like a life documentary and something I can pass to my children. Tell them my life about me and Sandy, and our history, and kind of like a walking journal. But seriously, though, guys, the power couple is the best of the best. They're the couple of excellence. They're the couple that stands against society, against the community, against everything that would attack them, and they win. They're the couple that will not be denied. They're the couple that is going to have what they want to have. And that transcends from the love they have to their marriage, to their family, to their economics. A lot of times and it's passed down through the children. Because you know what? When you stand up for what you want and you live your life the way you want to, you're teaching your kids how to do that too. You're teaching them, choose your path, live the way you want to, and make it happen. You're teaching them how to be strong, how to stand up. And I think my father was a big part of it, telling me, look, stand up for what you believe. And in life, you got to stand for something or you just follow everything. You either stand your ground and go your own path or you blow whichever way the wind's going. You're like a sheet in the wind. It's one way or the other. You either make things happen or you wait for things to happen. Two types of people. Tell me I'm wrong. There are two types of people that make things happen and people that wait for things to happen. People that learn how to do things and do it are people that wait for other people to do it for them. Serious. But anyway, I could go on all night about this. And I'm telling you, I'm going to hit this again once I get my head together. And, and like I said, I've been wanting to do this. Events have stopped me for a little bit. But tell you, my wife encouraged me. She said, you know what? Keep doing your thing. Yeah, mom being gone, it hurts. But she's like, you know what? This is where your passion is, and people love you, and they've been praying for us. And go on tonight and just tell them you love them. I was going to go on the other night, yesterday, and my wife encouraged me to do it. We got to still live, even though, and we do. We lose people we love. We hurt, but we got to keep on keeping on. We got to keep moving. We got to keep being strategic. Our life is too short to sit back and whine about things and wait for things to happen. Life's too short for that. Life's too short to wonder what if. Life's too short to wonder, I wanted to date her, but I didn't have the courage. Life's too short for that. Yeah, it's not the majority. I get it. But do you want to live your life by the majority? Or you want to live your life the way you want to live? Less than 1%. Okay. People that serve in the military is less than 1%. Okay. But they do it. We need it. You know what? People that are professional athletes, what do you think the percentage is of that? Not very many. But you think if you told Michael Jordan, hey, you know what, man, you shouldn't try basketball because less than 1% are going to make it to the pros, and you've been cut by your high school team. So, guy, you don't have a chance. And think about that. Michael Jordan was cut on his basketball team, right? They felt he wasn't ready yet. How successful was Michael Jordan at basketball? We all know the answer to that. But the odds of him getting there was less than 1%, right? So what if he didn't try? What he said, you know what? I like the game. It's fun, and it was great in high school. But yeah, what's my chances? We're meant for something. We have a purpose in our life. And most of us will not be superstar athletes. Most of us will not be famous. Most of us will not be rich. Most of us are not the best looking. Most of us aren't the best at many things. But you know what? We all have a purpose. And you know what? Greatness we can achieve. It might not be what you think or what you want it to be, but you can do something that's a blessing that has a purpose. And when it comes to marriage, when it comes to family, you need to be strategic. You need to do it the right way. And, with God, anything's possible, right? And look, there are people that aren't superstar athletes that, not the best looking, not the best this and that, but they end up becoming famous. Sometimes they end up being very successful. And I'm not saying measure your life by, being successful and you famous or nothing like that. What I'm saying is you have a purpose. Make it the best you can, and you might not be rich in your life. You might not be famous, but you know what? You might touch a lot of people. You might pave the way for someone to be very successful just by your character, just by how you conduct yourself, just the things you do. But and what you can have is a good family. You can have a good marriage. You can have that. You can be successful out there. It just takes hard work and determination. A lot of us aren't successful because we don't have the courage to move forward. A lot of us, you know, don't reach our goals because we don't even try. A lot of us aren't successful because we're waiting for things to happen for us. We're waiting for that good job to come along. We're waiting for somebody to give us a hand. We're waiting for some law to change to where we can have something we're, when we're not even working for it. Aim high, aim for the sky. That's all. You know what? If you want to achieve it, you might not reach your goal, but you're going to reach something rather than sitting and waiting for things to happen. There are people out there that wanted to be superstar athletes and it didn't work. But sometimes they end up becoming a good coach. Sometimes they find something along the way that makes them, they find out, hey, this is what I was meant to do. Even though you didn't, God has something for us all. And when it comes to marriage, guys, do it the right way. Put in the work. Don't be afraid to step out of that comfort zone. Oh, thanks, Indiana Mom. I appreciate that. Yeah, but the family's going to be fine. Sandy's going to be fine. She's handling it very well. She's comforting people while being heartbroken because of her mom. That's how she is. That's her character. Just like her mother. You know, but don't ever be afraid to tell the truth and don't ever be afraid to choose your path. It's your life, it's your path, it's your destiny. Okay? And you know what? Open up those options if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell people just open up your options to do it. You got to have the right mindset. It's got to be in your heart. And you got to be strong enough to get out of that comfort zone. You got to be strong enough to stand up to anybody. Because this is who you pick to be in your life. This is who you pick to be married to. Stand up for each other and tell the truth. And white men that are with black women, tell people black women, why did you choose to be with a black woman? You know why. I know why. Tell the world. Why not? Tell the truth. We can go out there and say wonderful things about people that are famous we don't even know, but we don't have the courage to say that black women are amazing, but we want to marry them. Serious? I can't stand that when people don't have the courage to do that. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come up. I want to make it short and just keep it to the point. If we get a panel, I want it to go around. Sometimes we get long winded, and I'm guilty of that. I'll talk all night while people are waiting patiently. I don't want to go there. But I will let you guys on the panel. And if you want to come up, if not, that's fine too. And I thank you guys for your prayers. I do. I appreciate it. My wife says thank you. She notices it, and she she wants me to let you know. She wants me to go live tonight, and she was backing me up. Yeah, go talk to them because they've been praying for us. They've been, you know, kind, saying kind words, and they're part of the family, and you guys are. I might not have met you personally and hung out with you, but I can feel your love, and I, embrace all the kind words you give me and my wife, and the support. There are people that do not like me and my wife because of the marriage we're in, because we're different racial groups. But the people that love us and support us, we embrace it, you know, and we appreciate it. We really do. And I won't tax you tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm not planning on going super late, but I'm going to open up the panel. And if you want to come on, you can. And and I would like your thoughts about the power couple. Why are black women, white men successful? Okay, and how can we be more successful? And how should we treat each other? Shouldn't we be embracing each other, standing up for each other, regardless of whether mom or dad approves, or brother or sister or cousin Bob or whatever? Hey, it's our life, right? But anyway, there's the link if you want to jump on, have a quick discussion before I close it down tonight. And there's the link. And I'm going I'll be making a video soon, maybe tomorrow or so, talking about this subject. I want to talk about it more. I want to do another live with videos, and I want to go in it deeper. I want to go into the power couple, and I want to debunk what people are saying. Like, oh, yeah, it's not that many, or, it's not really that successful, and all this other crap, you know. But anyway, I'll give it a couple minutes, and but thank you guys for coming on tonight. Thank you for your kind words. Thanks for your prayers. And we didn't have a prayer meeting this week. We'll have one next Sunday. This week's going to be crazy. We have family, coming in from everywhere. Both my wife's family, my family. My mother-in-law was so loved. She was, people are broke down, hurt, crying. I mean, you expect it from the family members, right? But people that were just friends with her, people that from her church, people loved her. And if you wonder where my wife Sandy got her personality, it's from her mother. Yeah, you're right. I need to be with my family tonight. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And, I thank you guys for coming on. And big love from me and my wife, Sandy, and the rest of my family. My daughters, my son, they say thank you also. Um, they do watch. My son don't get involved with it, but he does watch his dad and says, okay, Dad. Um, and you know how I feel about black women. And I'll tell you this. I've talked to my son because I don't know who he's going to date and marry. I don't know. He's having fun, but I've told my son, I said, son, look at black women. Black women are amazing. They have a lot to offer. And, I would never tell my son or my daughters who to date and who to marry. I would never do that. That is their choice. I'm not telling them favor one over the other, but look what black women have to offer. They can be a blessing. Look at your mother, how she's taking care of you and your sisters, how she's been a good wife and mother. Think about that. And if I didn't have that much love for black women, I wouldn't be talking to my son like that. But I believe black women are the best option. And you don't think I'm not going to tell my son that? So I've talked to my son about this many times. And that's how valuable I think black women are. That's how much of a blessing you are, black women. And I want my son to be blessed. Okay? He's biracial. He could date and marry who he wants. I just want him to find a good wife. Good wife. But I tell him, keep your eyes open. Look at black women, what they have to offer. Look at traditional black women, like my father says. Find one that's uh, find a good woman that loves the Lord, that a woman of faith. You know. But anyway, I don't want to get wrapped up in that. I'll be here all night talking about it. And but But guys, thank you for tonight. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your prayers. And when we do this again, um, it's Monday. Maybe I'll do something Wednesday. I'll see what's going on. I'm not going to promise nothing because our days are consumed with preparations, and I was able to break away tonight. Um, most things are in order for now. Um, but I'll be going live soon. Wednesday, I'm going to try for Wednesday. I'm not going to say I am because even tonight I thought I had plenty of time and I was super late because things come up and you know. So I do apologize for the times I wanted to last night, um, but things happen. Lots going on, and But anyway, but think about the message, the power couple, and ladies, choose the best option. Okay, you know what the best option is, and do it for you. Do what's best for you. Okay, I can tell you what was best for me, but that's me. But we can dig in the stats and stuff and see what couples are doing better and why. And I think more so than who's doing better, but why. What are they doing that's successful? How are they choosing who to be with? What are they looking for? Are they looking because they're fine and they're fun to be with? Are they looking for stability? Ladies, are you looking for a guy that looks like Brad Pitt and just fun to be with? Or are you looking for a man that also could be a good provider, a good father, a good husband? And guys, same thing. Are you looking for a woman that's super hot and beautiful? Are you looking for a woman that's also a good wife, a good mother? And we got to take this all in account. We got to be strategic, all of us, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage. And I'll say this: open up your option, swirl to investment. Okay. Do it because that's where your heart is, and that's who you want to be with. And do it the right way. Swirl to investment, which means interracial date to marriage. That's the goal. Okay. Don't do it because it's trendy. Don't do it because it just seems exciting. Do it because that's where your heart is. That's where my heart was, and it turned out to be my way of life. It didn't. It wasn't just something that was trendy. That let me try it. No, do it the right way. Okay. But anyway, guys, have a good night. God bless you and your families. And I'll try to go live Wednesday. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but I'll put it out there that day once I know I can go live without having to, tell you another day. I don't want to have no one that wants to see me go live and I don't want to do that. Um, but anyway, guys, God bless you and your families. And thank you for praying for my family. Sandy's doing good. She's tough. Okay. She is heartbroken. She lost her mother. Okay. I'm heartbroken. I lost a mother myself. And we're going to grieve for a little bit, but we know she's in a better place. We know she's no longer suffering. That cancer is gone now. She's in paradise with our Lord Jesus Christ, and she's living. She's got that glorified body now. She's, happy as can be. And we need to focus on that. And our family moves on, and and that's how we get through it. We love each other, we cling to each other, and we pull each other through. That's what being a family is. Starts with the power couple. Starts out with love, turns into the power couple, the power family, and we get a blessing out of it. But God bless you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll be seeing you soon. Um, I love doing this, and it's because of you. You guys uplift me. You uplift my wife too. She's getting more into this YouTube thing, and it's a beautiful thing. She talks to me about it all the time. She's got ideas and stuff, and you know, she'll be a guest every now and then. Maybe one day she'll want to do it more and more. It seems going that way, but But anyway, I love you guys. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. Have a good night, and God bless.